rise and grind. 7 days out to PPA Cape Coral. Going to hit with my buddy Nico. Fortunately, the courts are only a couple minutes from my house. It's pretty early, and I like hitting in the morning, especially when it's getting close to a tournament, because when it comes to singles qualifiers at PPA tournaments, they're always going to be at 8 a.m. in the morning. So I feel like it's pretty good to go out and hit early, because a lot of times it's cooler in the morning, and maybe the humidity is a little bit different as well. And the ball plays a lot faster in the morning, because in the middle of the day here in Florida, it gets really warm. The ball just kind of turns to mush and it plays slower. So I like hitting in the morning because the ball plays a little bit different and you get a good feel for it. And also just learning how your body is going to deal with playing right after waking up. Of course, it's not actually right after waking up like this is. I set my alarm probably, just in time to get me here. Whoa, but oh my gosh, phone died. Anyways, but if it was actual, tournament day, I'd probably be getting up a couple hours before and then getting there and hitting early. But that's something that I can start to do as the tournament gets closer. So, almost here. Let's get a good session in. We're at the beautiful Pro World. It's funny, it's right next to some condos. I think I'd be pretty triggered if somebody was out hitting dinks at 7 a.m., but too bad. You just gotta dink. You gotta get your dinks in.
What's up, guys? Here, 7 a.m., Pro World. Thanks, Nico Almeida, for bringing us here. With my buddy Ben.
Let's
Drilling
go.
Session, resets, lot of kitchen, lot of hand. Let's go, baby. Here, and then we go cross for the way.
Yeah. Court skip so bad. I gotta blame it on something. Ugh.
I think you need to stay lower.
What?
I think you have to stay lower.
Stay lower? Yeah, that would probably help. I was thinking about my wrist. It's like I can't do anything consistently. It's like I have tendonitis. Just like it's shaky. My wrist is like really shaky. I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna go for backhands. All right, we're doing some cross-court points here. We in the kitchen. My goal is not to have a mental breakdown. It's a big goal. Big goal. Boy. Nice shot. All right, just drilled. It was really bad. It was just not a good session. My wrist was bothering me, and on top of my wrist bothering me, I let that get to my head and just kind of was out of it, so it was not really focusing on my reps. So it felt like kind of a waste, and I just can't afford to do that. Not enough time in the day, and it's too competitive of a sport to go out and waste time. But thankfully, Nico was patient with me. He gave me some mental advice at the end, which I needed to hear. But my wrist has become a real problem. So I think it's going to be main priority is going to be healing that and figuring out how to heal that. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to be able to play doubles at a competitive level. So singles, it's kind of okay. It's definitely not ideal, but singles, it's kind of okay because I'm making like bigger sweeping movements rather than like small dinks and flicks and stuff with the hands. But for doubles, it's going to be a real problem, and doubles has typically been my strength in the past, so I want to get back to that. Gonna go home, get some breakfast. I gotta train singles later in the day, and I'm gonna have to do some thinking about how I'm going to take care of my wrist. I have a program that I'm doing to rehab it. It's supposed to help strengthen it. So I'm going to stay consistent with that. Hopefully it helps. If not, maybe time off. That's kind of a last resort. I don't want that to happen, but maybe it has to happen. I don't know. I had to put this in the video because why not? And some people will probably think this is crazy, but this lemon juice, I've been using it for deodorant because I'm really conscious and cautious about certain chemicals, and I just honestly can't find a deodorant that I like and trust. So lemon juice it is. I just take a little bit of this, put it under my arms, and yeah, so far it's worked pretty well. It's not as like effective as like regular store-bought deodorant, but I think it works good, and it's organic, natural, and it's cheap. Just got a little editing done for the day. About to go ahead again. This is my journal, notebook for everything. But I put a lot of pickleball stuff in here, and I'm gonna be really intentional about today and put in what I want to do with this next practice, because I was looking at the footage from this morning and I already knew that I was way feeling off mentally, but you just look at my body posture. I wasn't bending my knees. It looked like I didn't want to be there. And intentional practice is way more beneficial than just going out and hitting balls, and I don't want to do that at all. Even if I go out and hit, I'd rather have intentional practice for an hour and a half than 3 hours of just not thinking and not trying, because that's just going to build bad habits. So right now I'm going to put in what I want to achieve out of this next session, kind of what mindset I'm going to bring to it, and then we'll go out and get caffed up with a little caffeine because I didn't sleep enough last night. Yeah, and then we'll hit some. So this is what I got down. I want to work on the backhand return, brushing up on the ball instead of shoveling, and wrist forearm lag, which was in my video yesterday. That's kind of what I saw from the footage I took. And then I want to work on defensive shots on the move, because this is something I struggle with, especially in singles when I'm stretched out, or only in singles, I should say. When I'm stretched out, I tend to just try to rip some ridiculous winner. But I've looked at guys like Ben Johns and other players, and they're really good at just hitting a low shot that's kind of slow and gives them time to reposition. So I'm going to experiment with that a little bit. And then attitude, I'm a Christian, and I want to reflect that on the court. So I want to be a servant. So I'm going to see what my partner wants to work on and try to help them achieve that. And I need to be grateful to be out there because I could have a lot worse. I mean, I'm playing pickleball. Like, sometimes I get in my head about things, but I'm playing freaking pickleball. So, and then using legs. That's big for me, because whenever I'm not consciously working on that, I just stop doing it, and I stand up straight, and I get lazy very easily. So that's what we're hitting today. There are a lot of difficult things I do throughout the day, but by far the hardest is finding a parking lot at Whole Foods. I don't know what the deal is, man. You come here all times a day except maybe late at night, and the parking lot's almost full, but I got one right here. But anyways, that's why I like going late at night. No one's here. You can just kind of chill out, walk around the grocery store and vibe. All right, we just got some Guru energy drink and some Lara bars from Whole Foods. It's good carbs with the Lara bars. It's just bananas, dates, and almonds. And then the energy drink is only sweetened with like 6 grams of cane sugar, I think, which is okay with me. You know, it's all right to have a little bit of sugar here and there. It has monk fruit and stevia extract in it to sweeten it, which to me the jury is kind of still out on that as to what effect it has on our bodies in great quantities. So I try not to have too much of it, and also like citric acid and malic acid in there. But you know, moderation is key. It's not something that I do every day. And I really love the blue yerba mate one. It's fantastic, but it's not, they don't have it in stock right now, and I can never find it anywhere but Whole Foods. So we're gonna drink this and go ahead. It's 1:41 p.m. I don't do any caffeine after 2 p.m. because it can stay in your system long enough to keep you awake and affect your sleep quality. And I'm already a night owl anyway, so I don't need that at all. And this has 140 milligrams of caffeine. I think that's a little much. I wish it was less, maybe around 100 or something like that. But caffeine can be good for increasing your alertness and your focus for a sport. Personally, I've found that I think I might have ADD, because when I drink caffeine and try to do anything that's not physical activity, like studying or reading or doing work on my computer, it completely destroys my brain. I can't focus, but it does help kind of lock in when I do sports and things like that. So I'll use it for that, but I kind of try to avoid it if I'm just going to be at home not doing anything. A fascinating study here. Some research on adults with ADHD suggests that caffeine may improve reaction time, vigilance, and logical reasoning. Consumption of caffeine was also associated with better focus on repetitive tasks and lower impulsive or risky behaviors. So you can see how that might help during a pickleball session or a match. I think that's very fascinating. All right, getting some reps in while this guy blows out my eardrums with a leaf blower. Can never find a quiet day. Can never find a quiet day here, but that's okay. I wonder if noise canceling. Let's see. If we use noise canceling, I wonder if that's any better. Pretty loud though. Oh no. Oh no. It's still there. Ryan, I just wanted to tell you, bro, you blow me away.
Thank you. About my skill?
Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. Yeah, same thing. To the backhand. I might even could do some on this side as well. Yeah. Sorry, like when we switch to that way. But for now, just all backhand. Nah. All right, so the goal here is gonna be wrist flag and brushing up the back of the ball. Oh golly, that looks good, huh? I was taking notes on your form because I noticed you lag your forearms really well. Like I just kind of come here, but you have that like take back where you kind of whip through it. Yes, that was good. So maybe on the backhand ground stroke, it makes sense to pull the racket back that much, but I think it's too big of a backswing on the return. There's just not enough time to get it all the way back there. So I'm gonna try a short backswing and then rolling up the back. Sorry, bro. Yeah. Man, that's the trajectory I want, but not the depth. So it's good, it's flat, but it's not going near as far as I want it. That one. Clip the technique on that one because that was it. Maybe I have to find space for my arms. Yes. That one. You have the arm space. Nice serve. One more. All right, so we're gonna try that second drill that was in my notebook, which is being stretched out in a singles match. Ryan's gonna be at the net and trying to move me around. I'm trying to reset a ball that keeps me in the point. Huh? Good. One more. Got it, got it. All right, a pretty productive session with Ryan there. Didn't get like a ton of reps on each thing because we were low on time, but got the mental work done, figured out some things to work on. And I would love to get a ball machine. I need to figure out how to get my hands on a ball machine. But now going to do some cardio / torture with my performance coach, Ryan, other Ryan, different Ryan. And we're gonna do a little swimming, maybe some running, and talking performance strategy and mental and things like that. The stinging marine life sign her flag is waving right now and we're about to swim. So it makes you a little scared, but that's good. Even better. Even more stress to deal with. So let's get it. All right, I'm here with my coach who can't be on video. He has to be blurred. We're about to.
I can record you, do. Then.
Oh, okay. He can record me. But we're about to swim and run and get hit by cars. I heard that's good exercise to get hit by cars.
Yeah.
I do kind of approach it with the all or nothing mentality, where like, if I'm not doing exactly what I set out to achieve, I put my standards really high, and then if I start drifting from that, I get mad at myself. Yeah. Yeah. So like I get frustrated, and then the practice just kind of collapses from there, because then I'm frustrated. And it affects everything. Like I'm pissed when I miss a ball, so I stop using my legs, because I'm like taking the anger out on the game, you know, or on the person across from me, to be honest.
Dopamine is also subjectively generated by those examples I just gave. So we get to decide for ourselves what gives us pleasure. Not in like a weird morally relativistic way, but just in the fact that like once you become the studious person for the athlete, you can't wait to do it.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to running all day, and I'm having fun now, right? Other people might not be.
What?
Same activity. So, tying back to your question here, how does this tie in? This ties in because the brain plays games, likes to win. So what is the game that you're playing when you're doing the drill? What do you want to do? You want to win. What does it mean to win? It means to focus only on this aspect of my game this week, right?
Yep.
So, and if you have a hard time doing that for whatever reason, or it doesn't even matter why, the brain was like, hey, I'm not winning in this, right? So, in order to feel like you're winning and keep the novelty of the play, you need to change the parameters of your game. So instead of saying I'm focusing on footwork, it says, hey, I'm feeling open to look at footwork, and whatever else comes to mind, I'll incorporate it.
Yep.
The other thing is, as one grows in mastery, one can learn to simultaneously embody all the key characteristics that need to transpire. I had a shot in a year and a half, pistol. I did my course, no warm-up shots, shot 30 for 30. And as I was doing this, all the little steps were still clear to my mind. Going from the compressed ready to full extension, flat front sights pose, control the trigger squeeze, don't anticipate the shots, right? So these things were kind of present in my mind, and as a guide, as an assistance, as like Cortana from like Halo,
Yeah.
rather than a voice in my ear telling me all the things I was doing wrong.
Like a police officer. It's not a police. It's like
Not a police officer, it's a coach.
Right.
Right?
Oh, so. Oh.
All right. What time are we at?
Yeah, I know. Like the correct answer would be. What was that? Ah! I know the correct. Like. What were you saying? You should say what you were saying about the gifts. That was really good.
Oh, the hermeneutic.
Yeah.
Is the audio picking this up well enough?
I think so. I've got a mic pointing.
What? You have a mic pointing me? That's hilarious.
Oh, you didn't know how to mic?
No, that's so
This is
cool.
it right here. Yeah, it's like a magnetic.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it cuts the wind?
It's at the beach, so it's gonna try, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, there's two primary ways of interacting and looking at life. It's called the hermeneutic of gift and the hermeneutic of theft. The word hermeneutic basically means like a way of looking, understanding, and interpreting things. You can think of this as like rose-colored glasses, or like, I don't know, whatever the negative colored glasses would be. It's like you can look at the light half full or half empty, but it goes a little bit deeper than that. So those that grow up with the hermeneutic of theft, these are people that did not receive a sufficient amount or consistency or intensity of core human needs. Maybe it wasn't enough food or shelter or love or affection or attachment or teaching and interacting about God and the divine. So as they grow up, even when they get these things, they're afraid they will be taken from them. Hence, hermeneutic of theft. They're afraid that the good things they have will be stolen from them, so they clutch onto them.
Right.
And when you're clutching, you can't be open to receive.
Yep.
The person that makes their entire identity about being a pilot or a pickleball player or a billionaire or a millionaire, whatever you want to say, they might work really hard on the front side because that's their whole driving identity, but eventually they will often and almost always be surpassed by someone that is receiving that mission as a gift.
Yep.
The person that has their hands open, if you're not afraid of losing something and you're playing it for the love of the game or for God or for family or friends, etc., you're going to play better.
Right.
It's the boxer who loves boxing that beats the boxer who has to be the champion. All other things being equal, right? And the other thing that once you live with the hermeneutic of gifts, the mere fact that you receive a gift implies that there's someone else. You've never gotten a gift from no one.
Right.
A gift means there is a gift giver. So that automatically puts you in a disposition of openness towards God, towards the transcendence. You say, hey, I do all of my part to play well, but at the end of the day, it's in God's hands. Like, I'm not going to be a slacker, but I realize, hey, like, I don't know, like, I could prehab my knee every time, and I could have a weird thing where, like, who knows what happened, my shoelace came undone, even though it was double knotted and my knee popped at the championship. You could have prepped everything, but you don't have that fear because you said, my responsibility is my response. The outcome is up to God and His providence.
Yep.
Hermeneutic of theft, hermeneutic of gift. Grasping, fear, brittleness versus openness, happy, joy, and victory, even if you don't win in the short term. There you go.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's good. Okay, just finished up cardio session and chatting with Ryan. And Ryan is a great dude. I love him to death. He always gives really good advice. He's really thoughtful. Seems like he almost knows me and my mental headspace more than I do myself sometimes. And now, done for the day training wise. Go to church and worship the Lord. And that's going to wrap it up.